Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and it is time for part 5 of the Monday Q&A. We are here at last. So let's finish this up. Should we count calories on green veggies if it is a lot, like a whole bag of broccoli, etc.? Okay, the reason people say don't count calories on green veggies is because they want to encourage you to actually eat these foods because you need them for health benefits. So that's why people try to tell you not to count the calories. The calories still count. They're the exact same as if you got those carbs and protein from another source in terms of how they're going to affect your energy, your body composition, your change in body weight, everything. They still count. However, when it comes to counting calories, I would say, yeah, if you're going to eat 400 calories of spinach, which is a lot, then you probably need to count them if you're doing it as a one-off thing. But if you're doing it every day, if you know you're eating 300 calories roughly every day of vegetables and you rarely deviate from that and you don't count it, you're not going to notice any difference. And the reason is because you're going to know what your TDE is week to week based upon changes in scale weight. And as long as you are consistent in your inaccuracies, you will still get the same results, because at the end of the day, if you're eating 3,300 calories consistently and you think that you're eating 2,800 day after day after day after day, you're going to, at the end of the day, mark your TDEE as 2,800 calories if that's where your weight stalls at, whether you're bulking or cutting. So it doesn't matter that you missed it by 500 as long as when you make the appropriate changes to your intake, that you still miss it by the exact same amount, or roughly the same amount. You're still going to get the same progress from it. So as long as you are consistent in your inaccuracies, it won't matter. So if you know you eat roughly 300 calories of vegetables every day and you never count them, you won't notice the difference. It's only when you're doing it 2 or 3 times a week and then not eating any of the others, it'll start messing you up potentially. But even then, if you track on your weekly, it still may not matter. All right, next question. Jason, if someone used to be very muscular but they lost it all due to time off and injury, then they go back to a proper training, is it normal for body weight to increase more rapidly when gaining back the muscle than was once there? As someone who has been through this myself twice, I can tell you that the muscle comes back insanely fast. I would say that when I first had tore my bicep, I took 6 months off of training. I came back to training with only somewhere between 5 and 6 months downtime. And in less than a year, I had more size than I had when I was actually natural before I started using gear. I was steroid big again. Just based off the short-term muscle memory, I gained muscle rapidly. And the appropriate lifts. Now the same thing when I came back to training after 3 years down, it came back pretty slow when I was still really sick, but once my hormones were back to normal from TRT, I gained muscle and strength probably faster than I did with my noob gains at that point. It was something like adding 80 pounds to my bench press in 6 weeks and 150 pounds to my deadlift in 6 weeks. And putting about 2 inches on my arms in that same period of time. So it can come back very, very fast off of muscle memory. So it's to be expected. All right, last question of the week. Hey Jason, when deadlifting, I always tear my shins up pretty bad. Does this mean I'm pulling them too close? Should I be doing something different? No, in fact, if you are scraping the skin off your shins, congratulate yourself, you have the proper leverages. You have the leverages down perfect on your deadlift. You are good to go. That's what you should be doing. What you need to do different is dress differently. You know you're going to rake the skin off your shins, so don't wear shorts. You need to either wear sweats or you need to wear deadlift socks. This is why we have these. And a lot of times you can just wear long socks and they'll do the same job. Shin guards, whatever. In fact, my federation at powerlifting meets does not let you have bare skin on your shins. You're required to wear deadlift socks or shin guards when you deadlift, because they don't want your bloody skin all over the bar that the next person is going to grab in a minute. Because it's normal when people are pulling correctly, you will drag the bar hard against your shins. So you need to dress appropriately when you deadlift, or you're going to have to learn to deal with bleeding all over the gym every single time that you pull, now that you've learned how to deadlift correctly. So there's your fix. All right, guys, that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it has been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time. But let me give you guys a bicep shot before I go.